welcome to the Swift Half, your weekly session of chat from the UKOCR and adventure running scene. Each week, pub landlord Alan and our favourite regular Ian discuss races, runners and anything else that comes to mind. So pull up a pew, pour yourself a drink and join us for the Swift Half.
Ian, my friend, welcome to Swift Half again. How are you?
I'm good, Alan. It comes around quicker every single time we do this show. It's like Christmas.
Christmas comes around quick, doesn't it? When is Christmas? I bet they can't be that far away.
Well, I reckon, I'll need to check this, but I reckon it's going to be the 25th of December this year. We might need to check.
Yeah. It does change sometimes. No, I don't know. Yeah, we better check anyway, because it'll fly around anyway.
You're thinking of Easter?
Easter. We're nearly 10 months away then. Just 10 months, that's all it is.
I know, 10 months till Christmas. And Easter's around the corner.
Right around the corner.
And you know it is because this past Tuesday was Shrove Tuesday.
Did you have a pancake?
I didn't. I completely forgot until I saw people on Instagram. Does anyone eat pancakes anymore, or do they just make them for Instagram?
I think probably just for Instagram. Our office had someone actually making them and for charity. I didn't have none because, well, can I say this? It wasn't the cleanest person that I know in the office who were making them. So no, I didn't have any.
I'm more amazed at the fact that there's a frying pan in your office.
We've got a proper cooker in our offices, because they're old. Yeah, I mean they're really old. We have got we're still on one toilet. You know, not when you go to toilets, you usually find there's a urinal for men and 3 cubicles, and then in women's there might be 3 or 4 cubicles. In ours, no, there is one toilet for the men, one toilet for the women, one for disabled. So there's just 3 toilets on each floor. That's it. Actual toilets.
Oh, bet that's a little bit awkward at times when you're queuing up for the lav.
Yeah, well, you literally when you're on lunch, you've got to time it right when you're on lunch. If you want to go to the toilet, and you watch for when some people are going because you don't want to go after them. You know what I mean? There's certain people that go. This is going down a little bit here. There's certain people go at the same time every day, and you want to be careful. You don't want to go after them.
Oh dear! And enough toilet humour, I think, for this week's episode. Let's bring it back up. Alan, what are you drinking?
I'm actually on an alcoholic drink tonight, and I'll tell you the reason why in a moment. But I am on Molson Canadian Lager. Basically, because it was very cheap. A case of 15 for less than a tenner. I thought I'll have some of that. That'll do me very nicely. It's not strong, only 4%, but I thought we'd go a bit of Canadian.
Oh, that's good. Tonight I have got a can of Athletic Brewing All Out. It's their version of Guinness. I don't know why. I just grabbed it, and yeah, it's all right. It tastes a bit chocolatey, I want to say.
You get a lot of chocolate stouts nowadays. I've noticed that every stout. So apart from Guinness, every stout you see on hand pull is either coffee or chocolate.
Yeah, I've noticed that. And have you noticed that they're doing more and more stouts? And you're right, on hand pull it's either chocolate or it's coffee, but they're also experimenting. So you get the marshmallow ones and that.
Like chocolate marshmallows and orange coffee I saw the other day on one of them.
Oh, I'm not sure I'd like. Have you ever ordered a coffee from Costa? Oh, of course you're not. You're from Yorkshire. But listener, have you ever ordered a coffee from Costa and paid the 60p extra for the syrup?
You mean you pay extra for syrup?
You pay extra for the syrup.
No way. I actually like a Costa, but I only ever drink Americanos when I go into Costa. I don't drink any other coffee.
Obviously, long-time listeners of the show know I only drink hot chocolate from Costa, but you can still get the syrup. So the hazelnut's quite... You know what's really nice, actually, Alan?
What?
A hot chocolate made with coconut milk.
Ooh, I like coconut milk.
It tastes like a Bounty.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can imagine that. That would be super nice, that.
It was at a climbing centre that we talked about. You know the one near me that Summit Up? And I just went to the cafe there one time, and it was quiet. So I reckon the lady behind the bar wanted to experiment, and we have you ever tried it with coconut milk? No? And she made it in, honestly, nicest hot chocolate I've had.
I like coconut milk. I used to drink that a fair bit. You know, like in protein shakes, I'd use coconut milk rather than normal milk. Only because I think give it a better taste. But I've got some Voom chocolate recovery drink downstairs. I'm thinking tomorrow I'm actually going to go and buy some coconut milk and make myself a hot chocolate.
Absolutely, yeah. Do that and let us know how it is.
Yeah, I've had the hot chocolate with it, but not with coconut milk. I like that. I've got some news, Ian.
Go on, Alan. What's the news?
I'm not running nuts next week.
Okay.
I have torn my Achilles tendon yesterday. Yeah, shock, gasp, horror. I'm not running nuts next week. I will still be at the awards, but I am not running nuts next week. I about 10 miles into last night's training, 3 miles from the car, and yeah, I heard it snap. I heard it cling. So I'm hobbling around, Ian.
You're hobbling, and we've actually talked since last night, and you didn't think to mention.
No, I didn't know. I thought I'd save it just to remind, just for now. So when I spoke to you last night, I was actually in a lot of pain when I was driving home last night.
Oh, that's why you kept cutting out. It wasn't the car. You just kept muting yourself to scream.
To scream, yeah, that was it. It wasn't because I was in the car. Have you ever had it where it's in your calf and you just can't walk? I can't put my foot down and lift my toes up. I can't seem to bend my ankle in up or down.
You know what? Although I always feel injured, I've been so lucky with a lot of my injuries in that they tend to be dull ache, but I know if I push them further, it's going to snap. I've always been so lucky. So honestly, I can't relate to that calf injury. I reckon it's because I don't push myself hard enough. I push myself to the level of discomfort, and that's it. You never know. Maybe I'm actually an elite in the making if I could get over just general discomfort.
Just general discomfort. I like that.
But no, you have my sympathy. What are you doing for it?
So I have got some D3 rehabilitation cream. I'm putting ice on it. So I'm using the rice technique basically. So rest, ice, compress, elevate. But I'm also putting some of this rehabilitation cream on at night time. Smells like mentholyptus, but it's always worked on muscles. So I've got to turn around and say, if I've had muscle strains, I've put it on. It's always worked on that. And it's designed just to make the blood flow faster to whatever's in pain and help it recover. So I guess that's all I'm doing. And just trying to stay off it as much as possible. So.
I am really, really sorry because I know that you really make a pilgrimage for nuts. I know this year you had another reason for going with the awards, but I am so sorry, mate, because I know you love your every 2-year pilgrimage to nuts.
I do. And have you seen what Wayne's doing with the course down there?
I have not. No,
he's digging it up. He's turning it around. He's clearing new paths. More obstacles in the water. I'm absolutely gutted. I've been looking on their Facebook group and watching what he's doing and his little teaser of videos here and there. And I'm thinking, this is going to be absolutely amazing. I can't wait. I was giddy. I've been a giddy kitten for the last 2 weeks about it, thinking going down, really, giving it all. And it was the first time I was going to be going down that I wasn't injured. So every time I've gone down before, I have always had an injury, only small injuries, only little niggles and that, you know what I mean? And this time I was going down and I was like, I've been training really well. I've got everything in me. I'm probably I'm not the fastest I've ever been, but I'm probably one of the fittest I've ever been, if that makes sense. And yeah, I'm not going to be doing it.
I feel so, particularly because, you gave up on high rocks, which you probably could have maybe gutted through, but you gave up on that because you didn't want to do something like this to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I could have potentially pushed through, but I thought if I did, I was going to injure myself. So I thought, no, I've got nuts coming up and that. So I've now got about 8 weeks to try and get prepared for this 60 miler, which is going to be, I guess, a little bit tough because I've been reading on the internet. Someone out there might reach out to me and let me know how long it's probably going to take me. But it's right on my calf. So when my Achilles tendon goes up to your calf, it's really painful up there. My calf's actually twice the size of my other one, with the swelling that's involved in it. Couldn't get my trousers on today. This morning, I really struggled to get my trousers up.
Is that what you told the policeman?
That's right. Yes, that's what I always tell the policemen. I'm sorry, Honor, but my calves were too big. to get my trousers up in time. Your mind's on overtime today. You're still in Matt B. Davis mode from the weekend.
Maybe, but yeah, it has been one of them days at work where when we all plan our days, we know what we're going to do, and it's been literally one of them days where I've not been able to do what I wanted to do because I've been pulled in all different directions. And when something lands on your desk and you need to chip away at it during the day, but because you're chipping away at it, you can't do anything else.
Yeah, I know exactly that feeling.
So yeah, it's just been one of them days today. But tomorrow is a new day.
The horizon. What's that word we look at? Every horizon is a new every dawn. Oh, I can't remember the Malaprism now. Every dawn is a new day or something like that, isn't it?
Something like that, or it's always darkest before dawn, or something daft like that.
Martin Gemmell, let us know what it is because we don't know which ones they are.
We've no clue. That's if he's listening, by the way, because I know he's listening to the Fitness Racing podcast because he left me a nice review.
Oh, we haven't had a review on UKOCR podcast for a while.
No, we haven't on UKOCR, no. I had it on Fitness Racing for a while, but I asked people, and two lovely people dropped a couple of reviews on. So thank you, guys.
Oh, what did Martin say?
You're going to make me pull it up now, aren't you? Shall I pull it up and read it out? And
is that what you said to the policeman?
Yeah. Oh! Oh gosh! Well, welcome to your OCR. I almost called it OCR Weekly Show. Welcome to your Swift Half, which covers OCR news. And I think we've been going 10 minutes, and we mentioned nuts for about 30 seconds. So we're doing well.
While you're looking for that, I'm going to get a bit more nuts news out. So the Nuts 3K on April 23rd is going to be a British Obstacle Sports and a FISO qualifier race as well. So look on the British Obstacle Sports Facebook page for more details, people.
Yeah, I'm right in thinking FISO is what we also know as World Obstacle, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. Whereas FIFA is the posh way of saying FIFA.
Yes, FIFA. FIFA, FIFA. What's the FISO then? Was it FISO? FISO.
I don't know. Is it?
No, we call it FISO. Do you think like in Italy it's like FISO?
It might be. I bet they drink a lot of coffee.
Was he? The French drink a lot of coffee as well, don't they? I see them on pavements all the times in Paris. Well, not all the time because I don't go to Paris all the time. But on like movies and that, drinking coffee in Paris.
See, I see people in Yorkshire on the pavements all the time, but it's nothing to do with coffee.
Drinking Stella and laid on floor.
Yeah, usually. Okay, should I read these reviews out, by the way?
Go on, read a review out to me.
Okay, so I'm slightly biased towards Ian and the team because of their sister show, in brackets UKOCR, the Swift Half. This is every bit as good and really drills down into the world of fitness racing and high rocks, whilst remaining unashamedly uncomplicatedly, I'm guessing that's meant to say, uncomplicatedly unbiased. Ian as much a facilitator as a presenter, enabling each guest, each voice to shine and tell their story in a natural and relaxed way. Download, subscribe, join as a Patreon listener for group benefits, early access and exclusive content. Your ears will thank you. That's amazing, isn't it?
I like it. Doesn't he write well?
He really does. We should actually get him writing our show notes because you and me are terrible.
Did you listen to last week's Swift Half?
I'll be honest, no.
So you missed a little Easter egg halfway through then?
I must have. Yeah, I'm very sorry, listener. I usually do listen to Swift Half, but I think I got that podcast I was telling you about, Scamfluencer. They dropped a whole new series, so I've been listening to that. Anyway, what was the Easter egg on the Swift Half?
Oh, no, I'm not telling you. There's a click missing here. If I tell you now, I'll not get the click.
Okay, I'll go back and listen.
But it's Martin Gemmell has given us some great little snippets that is going to go in all the Swift Halves for the next couple of weeks.
Fantastic. Right, I will go back and I will listen. And listener, if you're listening to this and haven't listened, and you probably have because we know we can see the figures, they're nice and steady, they're great, so thank you. You go back and listen if you haven't. Alan, shall I read out the other review we got?
Go on.
This is from Weir 1985, who I'm not quite sure who that is. I recognise the surname, but apologies. Get in touch and let me know who you are if you want to. Best fitness racing podcast in the country, far better than Roxy this and Roxy that.
I love that. Oh, sorry, Roxy.
I really wish, with Trustpilot, how you can respond to reviews. I really wish Apple Podcasts allowed you to do that, because that's hilarious.
Yeah, I love that. That would be good, wouldn't it, if we could respond and say thank yous and things like that. I like that.
It really would. And yeah, listen, if you haven't already, and again, we know the figures, so you who's listening now who haven't left us a review, we know it's you because we know how many people listen. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Google and that. Yeah, if, Alan, just think, if 10% of the listeners to this leave a review, that's one review.
That's one review, I'm going to say. See, now you're getting it.
I'm kidding. There's far more than that. There's definitely far more than that. We know there's far more than that, because the main promotion of the awards was over this, and we know not every listen to this is going to the awards, and we've got a lot of people coming to the awards.
Yeah, we have got over 120 people coming to the awards, Ian. That's good, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Should we talk about the awards?
Yeah, should we go through the awards whilst we're still in the intro part, which has lasted 15 minutes?
we have had a few questions regarding it, actually. So one of them is itinerary for the evening. So there's an email going to go out this weekend, but basically we're going to ask people to get to Reigate Manor for 6 p.m, sit down for 6:30, meal start at 6:45. The awards should start around about 8:15 to 8:30, however long the last, and then we're going to have a little bit of a disco and a drink. Simple, nice and simple, Ian.
Nice and simple. Even I might be able to follow that.
Yeah, not difficult.
Was this a question, by the way, about seating plan?
There was a little question about seating plan. Will there be a seating plan? Yes. So we have got a seating plan. We have tried to, everyone who's in the team, who've put a team down, we have got you with your team, and our table's right at the back here and out of the way, just in case there's anyone, got any complaints. They'll not see us in the dark in the corner. So we'll be fine.
Genius idea.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I was going to put us next to the bar so that when everyone went to the bar, they had to go past our table, but I didn't do that. But
is there, just in case, because we're going to help host the awards?
Yep.
Is there a fire escape just behind us?
Exactly right behind us, right next to us, Ian. And it's not just a fire escape; it's called an escape. All right. So if something goes wrong, that's where I'm heading. Right out that door.
What we need is a band. And do you know why we need a band? Because we need to recreate, or we might have to recreate, that scene from the Blues Brothers right at the end when the band plays and they sneak out the back.
That's what the disco's for. I've told Mac, the DJ, play it loud, play it loud.
Oh, God. Speaking of that, Matt's just going to play what he wants, but presumably he'll take requests on the day.
Yes, yeah. He said to me when we booked him, he said to me, what do you want to play? And I went, oh, play everything. I says, we've got people coming from the age of 14. I think there's even youngsters coming, a few more youngster ones coming, right up to the age of, and I said myself, I was nearly 60. I don't know if there's anyone older than me, but, there might be. I said, so play everything, a good selection. He's got, I think he said he's got, I want to say 130,000 songs. So I think he's going to have songs for everyone, I would have thought.
How long are these awards going on for?
Well, no, that's just for requests and things like that. And,
oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. But I'm sorry to tell Mike Nolan this, but we're not having a karaoke.
Oh, dear, what a pity, never mind.
Exactly. Clothing, Ian. We've got a question about clothing.
Yes, you have to wear
it. Yes, you do have to wear it. Because I've told people it's dressed to impress, the question is, what is dressed to impress? What do you think it is?
Well, I will admit, Alan, it did personally make me a little bit nervous, because it basically meant I couldn't attend because I can't impress anyone. So I couldn't think of a single thing to actually wear that would impress. But yeah, as we've discussed it, I think another way of saying it is no hoodies.
Yeah, but that really is basically. No, I said no hoodies and t-shirts. You know what I mean? That would just be my thing. You know, if someone wants to wear a pair of jeans and they want to wear a nice shirt, then that's dressing to impress. I know a lot of ladies are going to be wearing like gowns, you know, and like I want to say what they call it, tiaras and diamonds and tiaras type style dress code, and that's fine. And I know a lot of men are going to. I bought a new suit, by the way, so I'm wearing a suit. You know, I'm not going to be wearing a tie. I'll have a shirt on, but I'm not going to be wearing a tie. I guess it's dress to impress is what you feel dressed to impress. But yeah, no hoodies, no t-shirts. I'm absolutely cool with anything else they want to wear.
Yeah, well, I guess as well, ladies might not wear gowns. They might also wear just a nice dress.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Can I just clarify the no t-shirts? Okay.
Go on.
I think certain t-shirts are okay because I'm thinking back to when we hosted the awards last year.
Yeah.
We did wear white t-shirts but put a jacket on.
Oh, yeah. I'll go with that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm guessing what you mean is please don't rock up in a racing t-shirt and a scruffy pair of tracksuit bottoms.
Yes. Yeah. That would be. I wouldn't want no one to that. We've got a professional photographer there, Ian, and he's going to be taking pictures of everyone. Should I tell everyone who's going? Should I tell our professional photographer is? Because some people are going to be amazed at this.
I know I was.
It's Tony Jarvis. The only Tony Jarvis is coming to take pictures on the evening.
Does that mean we're bringing Death Slide?
Yeah, he's bringing the Death Slide. I've told him, so everyone's going to dress to impress, but I've told him he's got to wear his nuclear dry robe. That's it, because I don't want to see him in anything else. I've never seen him in anything else. I won't recognise him if he's wearing anything else.
We're going to get him a paddling pool so he feels at home.
Just so he can just stand in it and feel it up. Oh, how good was that? We brought you a pool, Tony.
Yeah, just sitting here, Tony. But yeah, please don't sweat dress to impress, guys. Honestly, whatever you fancy. Alan's wearing a suit. I have no clue what I'm going to wear. I'll probably make the decision on Saturday, probably at about, what time did you say it started?
6 p.m. Everyone's going to be there for 6.
5:30 is probably when I'll make a choice of what I'm wearing. And it will probably be what ended up in the suitcase. I reckon I will probably wear jeans, but I may not. But yeah, I will. I'm leaning towards jeans because I'm comfy in jeans.
And that's what it's about. You want to be comfortable in. Everyone wants to be comfortable in the evening. And I will say that to everyone. Dress to impress is about looking smart, but being comfortable at the same time.
Yeah, comfort. I bet you back in the day, we'd call it smart casual. Back in the day.
Yeah. I think smart casual is good, yeah. And if people want to go suited and booted, then that's absolutely fine. Like I say, we'll probably be on stage, Ian, and we'll be the two opposite ends of the spectrum. I'll be there in the suit and boot. You'll be in your jeans and your jacket. But we'll both look smart and we'll both look dressed to impress.
I didn't say anything about a jacket, just jeans.
Just jeans and a t-shirt. You mean just jeans? Just jeans and
we got to clear the room somehow.
Yeah. High Roxy's going to your head with the tops off.
Yeah. For the record, guys, don't get too repulsed. That's not happening. No one wants to see that.
No.
Not even the intern. No one wants to see that.
Not even the intern. But we've got some amazing awards on the night.
We really do. And I'll be honest, Alan, are you actually looking forward to everyone knowing? Because this secret that we're keeping is so hard.
Oh, yeah. Literally, I mean, there's like less than 5 people know, and 3 of them are the people who made the awards, and the other 2 are me and you.
Yeah, but there's so few people, and like you say, I can't really talk much further because I risk actually giving away something. So I'm not going to talk any further. But I will say, Alan, looking at the guest list, yeah, there are some amazing people who are going. I can't wait to meet guest 4 from Teams Nuts.
Yeah, the Nuts never gave me the names from guests, so they just got a table. I think there's a couple like that.
Yeah, and guest free from Terrogate Insurance. I need to get my picture taken with them. Yeah.
So now you're looking down the list now, aren't you, and seeing who's going and that, and who's not going, and who's sitting on whose table and things like that, aren't you?
Yeah. Why am I sat in the bathroom? That's not very nice.
You said you were just coming in jeans, and that was it.
Yeah, that's But yeah, and Kate as well. I can't wait to meet Kate. I've no idea which Kate it is, but we'll find out.
Yeah, some people I know they are. The things that what I do like about what we're going to be doing with the awards is, and I'm going to let a little secret out. People are going, there are 4 awards that no one has voted for, Ian, that me and you are giving away.
Ooh.
So, well, not me and you. I tell you, I mean that UKOCR are giving away, and I've got Will Chung giving one of them away, and we're going to do the other 3.
Fantastic. So basically, we got everyone to vote, and then we just decided to make our own awards. Awesome.
We did. We did 4 of them anyway.
No, just kidding, guys. You'll understand on the day. You'll definitely understand on the day. But yeah, I'm still very. It is a who's who of. It's not who's hot. It's who's who, isn't it? This guest list.
Yeah. There's when you look down and you see the names that go in on there. There's a lot of big names in OCR. A lot of movers and shakers and that. And then there's me and you.
Yeah, and then me and you. Who did this happen again?
Stuck in the corner. I mean, a big shout out to both Lindsay and Karen, actually travelling down from Scotland.
That is impressive. Thank you, guys. If you can just pick us up en route, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, I was impressed because we were worried that putting it in London would mean it would be just people based in the South East, but yeah, I'm very happy. Yes, there is a Southeast bias, but I'm very happy with the amount of people who are travelling. So thank you all.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone's coming. And if you need me, you know where to catch me. admin@ukocr.com. Check your emails this weekend for the itinerary and any questions. Hit me up. We are happy to answer them. Anyone who wants them answering.
Can I ask a question?
Go on.
You've got ones called TNT. I'm not going to say the actual name. TNT, Toffs and something else. Yeah. Is that like a new team or?
It's Mark Dixon's crew. I'm going to call them crew. If you look at them all, it's Mark Dixon's little crew. Yeah, he's not on the nuts table, Mark, by the way. He's in the Toffs team.
Well, he could be guest too.
It could be, well, it could. They'll have 2 meals then, won't they? He's in recovery as well, isn't he? So he could be eating and drinking for 2.
Exactly. Right. Was there any other questions people are asking about the awards?
I haven't got any. Has anyone reached out to you?
Well, we've dealt with, and I hope we've quelled any people worrying about the dress code. Again, just to reiterate, yes, we said dress to impress, but it's mainly comfy. Be comfy in what you are, because no one. I feel like I'm doing a High Rocks preview here. No one's going to be looking at what you're wearing. No one is going to care that much. Everyone's just there for a good time, and you're amongst friends.
Yeah,
and me and Alan.
And me and you.
Let's see. So we've covered 6 o'clock. Oh, someone asked about goodie bags. Are we still trying to do a goodie bag?
Oh, we have got goodie bags here, and we have got goodie bags for everyone. The bags have actually. I've got a story here for you, Ian. Yeah. Because I ordered goodie bags the other day. The bags to put the goodies in, so just the bags. And I looked online, and they said 295 by 10 by 20 by 250. 295. Yeah. And so I thought this was centimeters. I thought they were absolutely fine. That was actually, I thought that was millimeters, but they forgot to put a point in. So it was actually 29.5 millimeters by, 1. So 3 centimeters by 1 centimeter by 6 centimeters. And anyway, they've had to go back, and I've ordered the proper ones this time.
So
thank you, Amazon.
Well, we thought we were a bargain.
Well, I did. 120 bags for £30. I thought it's an absolute. Well, I think about £22. I thought it was an absolute bargain. Yeah.
So we can reveal one of the things that's in it, thanks to one of the I think sponsors. Thanks to Stephen Fell. There's going to be a Voom bar, yes.
Everyone who rocks up will be getting a Voom bar,
providing Stephen makes it down.
Providing Stephen makes it down.
Yeah.
I'll mention another one if you want. There are some discount vouchers for quite a few races that are going to be in there. And one of the things we're going to be doing, Ian, we're going to be having, I'm going to call it a tombola-like thing. So we've got a few freebies that we're going to give away from the Swift Half. So we've got a Stein going down, a couple of shirts, things that we've got hanging around, haven't we, that we put on our little store. We're actually going to give some of them away. So in some of the bags, there's going to be a number. And if you've got a bag with a number in, then you can go up to the table and see what you've won.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah. So just rocking up, they could win a Swift Half Stein. And we've got some Who's Up mugs.
Who's Hot mugs. This is all on the basis that I bring it down. You might actually end up, listener, I might forget, head to the spa and just buy some lottery tickets. That could be what happens. But yeah, so we're going to have... So it's similar to what like Mad Dog do, isn't it? We're going to have standard things that should be in every bag, subject to us actually getting bags that fit stuff in. And some of the bags will be lucky bags, which will have a little bit more, but you won't be able to tell until you look deep into your bag whether you won something else.
That's it. You've got it in. You've got it.
Perfect.
And people get to pick the bag up when they enter. That's the whole thing. They pick the bag up as they enter. And
to avoid people sitting at the table and then rifling through to try and find the lucky bags.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it, Ian. I might even take a black marker with them, and then when they pick the bag up, like we might put a number on the cheek. No, we won't. We really won't, Ian. I've got somebody going to message me now and say, you're not putting a number on my cheek. No, we won't. I'm only joking about that.
Although I will say, if I end up with a lucky bag and it's a big thing that I can't carry home, you can have it.
How big of prizes do you think we're going to be giving away here?
Well, if it's a Stein shape, someone can have it. I'm already bringing it down. I want to get rid of it on the way back.
You're bringing things down. You're not taking them back. Oh, that would be if we had prizes left that people didn't want and didn't claim. Oh, that would be shocking. That
we've got 100 and odd people from OCR. These are people who know you go to a race and you get stuff. I don't think we'll have anything left.
No, I don't think we'll. I think everyone's going to have a good. I think everyone's going to have a good time. Really looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Highlight of my weekend. Now I can't run nuts.
Well, we will have a good time until I request Baby Shark.
And that's when I head out that fire door.
Exactly.
You're listening to the second most popular podcast for people dedicated to helping Bono find what he's looking for.
We have Rick Burgess down at Raw Fit, Lions Den. He's built a permanent short course. This looks quite good. I think he's going to do time trials and stuff like that. So I saw it on his Facebook page today, actually, on the Lions Den Facebook page. It looks quite good. Little challenging course there.
Yeah, it looks really quite interesting, to be fair. Doesn't it? Just having a look at it then.
Yeah, I like it. And I like what Rick's doing down there is moving along nicely. He's not trying to copy any other training facility. He's not building huge, ridiculous rigs everywhere. He's keeping it. He's got the basics. He's got the basics plus extra, which I guess is what you want. You want them basics.
Do you think this might be a little bit of a future of OCR in this country? I know we've already got the large permanent courses. So we've got Notes, we've got Nuclear. I don't think I've forgotten any other large course. We've then got the touring ones like Spartan and Tough Mudder and Wolf Run. I know Wolf doesn't really tour, but I'm going to count it as a touring one. Yeah. But do you reckon these permanent short course ones might become a little bit of something that happens a lot?
Yeah, I do. I think Gavin up in Scotland, he's having a great one. He's going to have a great one at Tartan Warrior. So I think he's got it down there. That's probably a little bit longer than what some of them are expecting. What we're talking like with Rick and that. And we had PT Barn. They've got their short course down there. They mix theirs up a little bit. They've got theirs so they can mix theirs up.
I guess Rumble can easily put one together as well, don't they? Because they've got like the room with everything in, and you can then go out and do that as well.
Yeah. And then they have the OCR games as well, don't they? So they have got a short course, which I know tickets have been on sale for OCR games for later this year as well now.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, I noticed that. And Forders Gym, we're aware, a big name in fitness racing, they're putting together a obstacle course as well, which is going to be pretty much permanent on their ground. So I do think, and what's good is when they have these, is they can almost do like what Spartan's doing with Decker, where they host a relatively small event every 3 months or so.
Yeah, I like it. What I wouldn't want to see, though, Ian, and this is just my opinion, is that we go back to 2018, where there's an event every weekend, but the events every weekend are short courses, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I can completely understand that. And although saying that, I guess it depends on capacity, because what could be cool is if they did borrowing a little bit from CrossFit and probably from the OCI games, if you did a bit of a short course day where maybe you go down and, like I say, maybe what Nuts did with what Matt Dixon did, the head-to-head challenge.
Yeah,
that would be quite cool as well if you could make a whole day out of it.
I think if you've got all of them maybe doing 2 a year, it wouldn't be too much, but they can overkill. So if you've got an event that's going to go on 4 times at the same place every year, that's going to be the same type, you're going to get overkill.
Yeah, you'd have to, like I say, you'd probably have to do it like Decker do, with one is the strong, one is the mild, if you know what I mean. So maybe one day is a time trial, and one day is a head-to-head, and one day is we do this all day and most amount of points at the end win.
Yeah, I like that. I'd like to see, and potentially what we talked about this about 6 months ago, maybe a little league that goes off, maybe something for 2024 if they all get together.
That would be cool. And maybe what you were talking about, the teams thing, I think the teams would work really well in a short course. Pairs.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Have you been watching Physical 100?
No, but I keep being told to watch it.
I've watched it, and it just got me there. We're talking about teams and that. It was amazing that you've got 100 people, all individuals, but then they split them into teams, and they made them compete against others, and then they broke the teams up, and then put other teams together again. But so you might have had contestant A was in team 1 at one event, they might have been team 3 at another event.
Oh,
yeah.
I want to say, isn't the people on that we know? I'm sure there's a couple of people we know. I'll need to watch it, but I'm sure there's people, particularly from the fitness racing world. Give me a second. Let me pull up the.
There are a lot of CrossFitters, so they're all Asian.
Right. Okay.
Apart from 2, I think apart from 2, they're all Asian. And there are quite a few CrossFitters on there, and there's some influencers on there. There's people from all walks of life. There's strong people. There's an ice climber that's absolutely amazing. It's really, really good.
I was getting confused because you've got that, yeah. You've also got Go Hard or Go Home.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. Is that on Netflix?
In this new adrenaline fueled challenge reality series, 8 people who feel lost in life trainees power up with 8 fitness pros for warriors, and this is on BBC. And that sounds interesting. So the warriors include, there we go, Waz is on there. Waz is known in High Rocks and part of Team My Zone.
Ah, right.
So yeah.
We'll have to watch that one.
Yeah. You know what? Because it's been a slow news week, we really should have been watching TV, and we'd have been able to discuss both of these. But we say it's been a slow news week, but it's been a heavy podcast week.
Super heavy podcast week. It feels like I haven't rested this week.
No. You record Monday. Actually, you recorded Sunday. And then Monday.
Yeah.
Then Monday.
Monday with you.
Yep. And then yesterday, you should have recorded a podcast because you would have saved your life.
Yep. I should have, yeah.
And then today, yeah, it's been, and I've done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, God. That's, yeah.
Yeah, because you did Matt B. Davis at the weekend.
Oh, God, I did Sunday and all. Oh, God, it's been so busy. Anyway, we love it. Otherwise, we wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we talk
What's happening?
about...
Go on.
I was going to say, should we talk about something that happened this weekend, which wasn't
Yeah,
podcast
I was going to
recording?
say, do you want to talk about some World of Fitness for me? Tell me what's happening in that World of Fitness.
Well, we had turf games this weekend, and turf games is a little bit, it's a fitness race, but it's not so much it's not like a high rocks, it's more towards a cross training. So you have a certain amount of events and you get points for it. Okay. Yeah. It's been a long time, and yeah, it's very, very popular. And we had some people down.
Or did we know that we went?
We had Team Grit was there, including good friend of the show, Charlotte Malone.
Oh, nice one. How did she do?
She did okay. She gave us, it's a team-based event, and she gave us a little bit of a review. So I'm going to read it out if that's okay.
Fire away.
It was an awesome day. We worked brilliantly as a team, especially as we'd never trained together and some of the team had never even met each other before. Sounds like what our podcasts are like, even though we have met each other. We just appear like we've never met each other. Only one of our team had used a worm before, but we worked so well together on that event. Alan, do you know what a worm is?
Yes, that's like I want to say a really long punch bag.
Yeah, I call it like the draft excluder for a giant from Jack and Beanstalk.
That's it, yeah.
So, yeah, they did so well. They came 47 out of 150 in the worm event.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's great. Overall, they came 88th, Charlotte thinks, out of 150 teams. So extremely pleased with that. And they wanted to sign up to summer turf games, but a mixed everyday category had sold out. They just love the team aspect of it. So, yeah, well done. They highly recommend turf games. And it was Team Grit, and Nathan Mabs Godfrey was there as well.
Awesome. I like it. Sounds good. I want to go and do one. That's where they have the engine, isn't it? Is it the engine?
Yeah, I think the engine's something that me and you could probably do, and then, just go and hang out and get media. Because I don't think I've got the attention span to be able to do a cross-training event yet.
I know what you mean. I prefer I like ultra running, don't get me wrong, but I like the OCRs that are 10K. I go to nuts and I sign up for 4 laps or more only because it's that long away. You know what I mean? I love it, but if it was up near me, I would only do 1 lap, if that makes sense. Because I could do it every year without, but because I'm going that far, I want to do more. And mute, Ian. You left yourself on mute again.
There we go. You see, you could have just carried on and we could have this is the only one now that you call me out for being on mute. Anyway. No, it's like you say, maybe it's old age, but even with things like Tough Mudder, I kind of prefer, I think the 10K was almost a perfect distance.
Yeah, you're right. I like the 10K. I love 10K races. I only do Infinity at Tough Mudder because I know I can mix it up and do 5K or the 10 one and go backwards and forwards. Because if it were just 1 lap all the time, it wouldn't interest me.
I really wished Tough Mudder would do Infinity where it was for 5, 10 and the 15. I don't know if it ever will, but I'd love to be able to do it that way.
So you can just choose. Oh, that would be even better. That 3 choices.
Yeah, that would be better because don't get me wrong, I did enjoy when I did Infinity and I did a 5K because as you found out, after doing 15Ks, because you're clocking up the mileage, it's actually lovely, isn't it? Just to do that 5K and be back within an hour.
How good would this be? Tough Mudder do Infinity, a 15, a 10 and a 5, yeah? And if you do all 3 during your Infinity, you get a tri-coloured headband.
Oh, that would be cool.
So that would be proper good, that wouldn't it? You get everyone wanting a tri-coloured headband.
Oh, back in the day, I'm sure they did that for, what's it called? If you did a 5K, a Tough Mudder half and a Tough Mudder full, you got a rainbow headband. I've still got it somewhere. I don't even know where it's gone, but you got a tri-coloured headband and a little weight. I think it were, oh God, words fail me. Someone will tell us. Repeat offenders, that's what we called it.
Right, all right, cool. Oh, I like that. Repeat offenders, I like that.
But it only lasted a year because I don't think it had the desired effect because I don't think they were aiming it at new people.
Yeah.
And actually what happened was all the Tough Mudder honks who had season passes or who had volunteer codes did it.
Yeah. Well, you're going to, aren't you? anyone who's got a season ticket and a volunteer code, that's what you're going to get into it. So,
And
I think just on that one race on Infinity, that would be good. Where were we? We digress again.
We did, but speaking of Tough Mudder, you put on here TM Innovation Lab.
Repeat after me as loud as you can. As a Tough Mudder, I pledge that. I understand that Tough Mudder is not a race, but a challenge. I, for teamwork and camaraderie, before my call sign. I do not want. Pick one!
So when you talked the other week about the Innovation Lab, you can go and you can hashtag on Instagram TM Innovation Lab. Have you done that?
I have, yeah. I've not done it recently, but I have done that previously.
Well, they've got some courses on there, some good ones, some good ideas. But there's one that I really liked that's come up very recently by Marique OCR_lover. And basically, the pipes that we go through, what's the tipping point pipes? It's like those, but pivoted above water, so they actually turn, so they revolve, and you go across the top of them, but they have handholds on them, so like rails on them. So you go on the top, and if obviously as you're going across, it's going to revolve. You're going to end up upside down over water.
Oh gosh, that would be terrifying.
I love it. I just think it's a great idea. I just think it's so simple, and just so, yeah. If you've got 2 or 3 people on it at the same time, imagine what that would be like.
Dangerous. I wouldn't want to do it with solo mudders. I couldn't trust them.
You got people who'd be rolling it, wouldn't you? So there was that one I liked. And there's a lot on there that I think are very, I want to say, plain, or they've been done at. There's one with a glass wall where you do the spider's web, which is very Ninja Warrior on there. And there's a lot of things that are very similar to some other events that we've actually seen at. But the other one I saw that I quite liked was, if you can imagine a wall that's at an angle, but quite a steep angle. And have you ever seen like the stuntmen where they run and they just run across the wall, even though it's at an angle? Have you ever seen that on a stunt film? Looks really cool.
Yes, it does look awesome.
Yeah, so it's like that, but obviously you can't just run across it. So they give you a rope to hold on to. But the whole idea is you grab the rope and it's on a pulley, and then you try and run across the wall at such a tilt. I quite like that.
That'd be cool. Speaking of running in Tough Mudder, this wasn't even on the notes, but have you seen that they are removing the easy option on Everest?
So they're going straight back to what it used to be, the original, which was quite tall, quite big, and you jump over the lip.
Yeah, they're going to have the 2 lips, basically, from last year.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Whether or not it's still sponsored by Innovate, we'll find out on the day. But yeah, they're going to... Yeah, it's now going to be lipped again, so you probably will. Most people are going to need help.
And I liked it when it was like when you jumped and you actually reached over to grab the end when you're on your own, because it is too easy just to run up and just grab that. For a lot of people, it's not too easy for everyone, all right. But for a lot of people, it's very easy just to grab that lip and be able to haul yourself up.
Yeah, most people say once you've got the technique down pat. And again, the technique, as I understand it, is you don't need a big run-up. You just need to accelerate quickly and get faster. You're effectively running through Everest and you go up it.
Yeah, I actually walk up to it. I walk right up to virtually, I'm about 2 yards from the ramp, and that's when I accelerate. If I accelerated 10 meters back, by the time I got to the ramp, I'd be out of breath. So I wait till I get to the ramp and then just run as fast as I can.
Yeah, and then at the top, you're out of breath.
And then at the top, I'm out of breath, which is I've got to the top, which is a good one.
Right, shall we briefly touch on Spartan Ambassadors, because the Ambassador Programme was confirmed this week?
Yes, codes are out.
Codes are out, and you know what's interesting about them this year?
Well, you told me earlier, I didn't know this, but they're simple. They're the simplest codes Spartans ever produced.
They are. Well, I think Spartan's always done it similar to this. So Tough Mudder ones is, for example, brand 2568 CP30 R2D2 _ XYZ.
Yeah.
the third.
Is that mine or yours?
I'm not sure. Don't use that code, guys. That's the secret code that gets you 100% off, so don't use that one. But the Spartan ones is like Spartan and then the name. How simple.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And when I spoke to Spartan this week myself, and because they've given us a code for the awards, so just let you know, and they've given us exactly the same code. So I spoke to Spartan, they give us a Tough Mudder code as well, and it's exactly the same code for both. And it's easy to remember, Ian.
Well, we won't give it out because it's privileged to those who are coming to the awards. Yeah?
Exactly, that's it. Yeah, it's only for the awards. If they want to share it, they can share it, but we can't share it. We're not allowed to, me and you. Confidential clause in our contract with them.
Confidentiality clause. But yeah, speaking of, the Spartan codes, as well as being simple, and this is even more impressive, you can use it Europe-wide.
Oh, that's even better. Because we know there's a lot of people now going to Europe for Spartan and that.
Yeah, so Austria, Andorra, France, Germany, Greece, Italy, Netherlands, Slovenia, Spain, Switzerland, and the UK.
Like it. I'm loving it, Ian. Spartan are getting that together. You think this is because Matt's gone over to Spartan Europe, is shaking it up and trying to make it easier, as in one country?
Potentially, yeah. Trying to get more of a community feel across the continent because previously it's been very fragmented. So yeah, I think that's great, and I believe it's 20% off. And if you need a Spartan code, check your friends list. I'm sure one of them is Spartan's ambassador.
Like it, loving it. We're loving it, Ian. Loving it. What's this thing you put down about Decker as well on my notes?
Decker Strong is this coming weekend. So it is the first Decker event in the UK, up in Clitheroe, and we will be there. The intern is going, I think, at 9, I want to say, and we'll be there most of the day. It's in a gym, it's in cross-training Clitheroe, and I'll have a report next week. Liking it.
Are the interns taking part?
The intern is taking part. The idiot horse, i.e. me, is not taking part because... honestly, I don't think I could do the reverse lunges. It's £55. I don't think I could reverse lunge £55. Also, this week, we've got Brutal Run.
Oh, have you seen their Facebook post today of that poor pond that's got no water in?
I have, and it just reminds me of an event I went to called the Mud Yard, which was over in Drayton Manor once.
Yeah.
And the Mud Yard, and it looks like you're going to have to hands and knees it, because after several hundred people have run through that, you're not running through it.
The water's gone, but the mud is still there. It looks more than knee deep. It's going to get chained up. I love it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see who wins as well, because there's been some really good runners at Brutal Run.
They always have good runners. A lot of people go to it that are based down in the south, in the London area, and that a lot of the top OCR runners go down there and take part. I don't know anyone who's going. I've got to be honest, I don't really know any names who are going. But yeah, we usually get quite a few. I think Chris Lamb's been down there, and Podium down there.
And I think
Matt
our friend
Dixon do it once.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure Matt Dixon has done it, and a few other of the people who've been on the show have done it as well. It's always a good day. It's a week before Nuts, so I do wonder if that will impact it. But people might just treat it as a training run.
And it is. The obstacles, it is just purely a really off-road, really tough trail run with a lot of mud.
No, that makes sense.
You're listening to the 19th most popular podcast for people who go abroad to find themselves on a gap year and still visit international fast food restaurants.
Final thing, Alan, do you want to go through this? We've got qualification criteria for British champs.
Oh, there is, yeah. There's quite a lot, so I'm just going to pick out a couple of the highlights. As we know that it's Nuts Challenge this week, and the top 3 in the 1-lap sprint, they will all qualify for the British champs.
Should we just clarify that it's not this week, it's next week?
Sorry, next week. Yeah, sorry, the 4th. I keep thinking it's this week. Titan Warrior, which comes on the 26th of March. Again, top 3 are going to qualify, and that's in the 8K race. I'm going to pick a few out here that I want to mention, though. Nuclear Racers Challenge Cup, top 10, will qualify there. as well as the Spartan London Super Elite Race. Top 10 there will qualify. OCR European Championships, top 25 in the elite race. And what was the other one I want to mention? FISO World Championships, top 25. And the big one that I want to mention, or the big two, the Scottish OCR Series, the top 5 overall will qualify. And in the UKOCR Series, overall placings after 6 events, top 20 qualify.
That is really, really cool. That's awesome. And this is for elite qualification, isn't it? So it's going to be, in theory, a big elite field, although I'm sure there's going to be crossovers, and James hasn't talked to us about Rodan because this is hot off the press. But AG this year is going to be similar to Adventure's OCR WC, in that it's almost self-selected. All you have to do is have run 2 competitive licensed OCR races in 2022 or 2023 season. So basically, anyone who did the UK OCR series last year, judging by this, if you did more than 2 races in it, it looks like you have qualified for AG if you don't qualify for Elite.
Yep.
And then, in 2023, anyone who does like Beach Ballistic, Europe's Toughest Mudder, Tartan Warrior, Tough Mudder Infinity Scotland, Winter McTuff, Summer McTuff, Summer Nuts, all of those will qualify for AG, and there's a few more as well. So I'm sure that that'll be released shortly, and you can have a look at the races. So that's awesome. And juniors, let's not forget about juniors, can now register for the junior championships.
Yeah, that's on 22nd of October down in Swanbourne.
Yeah,
do you want to know one of the best parts about this, Ian?
Yeah.
Is the prices. So we're talking about a junior championship. 5Ks currently £45, 10Ks £55. How good's that?
That is really good. And we should say the 5K course is for 10s to 13-year-olds. The 8K, 10K-ish course is 14 to 17. And there's also a non-competitive wave, 1 to 2K for 6 years and up. Can I enter that one? I might win.
Well, for the 6 years upwards, theirs is only £15 to enter. And for the £15 to enter.
Yeah, it says 6 years and up. I am and up.
I am, but me too. So we can do that one. Is this what we're saying now, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe I was going to say maybe I'd win. I still wouldn't win. I've seen some of the youngsters; they'd still beat us.
I'm just going to sign up for it right now. I might qualify at this point for something.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything else in our notes, Alan, or have we covered it all?
I think we've actually, Ian, and we're actually bang on an hour. This is a change. It's right spot on the hour.
Don't worry, you'll think of something.
I'm only going to ask you, who we got coming up on HXR podcast? Well, on the fitness racing podcast, per se.
I believe it's going to be a before and after with our good friends Kieran McAvoy, Kev, and Martin. That's Kev Calder and Martin Gemmell. I believe it's going to be that, but I've not recorded part 2 yet, so it might not be. It may be the best of fitness racing, in which case expect a 15-minute episode. And most of those 15 minutes will be the theme tune.
Like that. The theme tune is getting a lot of traction on the fitness racing. Everyone loves it. It's becoming the song.
It really is. Yeah, we need to speak about UKOCR's theme tune. Have we not gone past Chicken Tikka or whatever they say at the start of it?
No, I think we need ideas. This is a good idea. Actually, we could reach out to our listeners. Send us something that you want either at the end or at the beginning, and we'll record a new one for UKOCR.
Yeah, all you can say is ideally, please make sure that it is license free. The one we use, fitness racing, is license free. Is that how you say it? Is it copyright free or
copyright license? Will they call it RNF, royalty free?
Yeah, something like that. So don't, for example, recommend Metallica enter Sandman. 1, because it wouldn't work, and 2, because Metallica would sue us.
Yeah. I tried to get U2's. What's the one where I have climbed highest mountains, I have run through the fields. I wanted to be with you. That was a song, and I thought that would be pretty cool. But yeah, it's not royalty free unless we get. Have we got anyone who can sing it? So we could change the words. So I've climbed. I have climbed Mudderhorn and run through Nucleus Fields or something like that.
That could be interesting. Yeah, we're going back to this karaoke thing, aren't we?
Yeah. Mike Nolan's going to message me now, isn't he, and saying, I can sing it.
There we go. OCR karaoke. What could possibly go right? Right. Who is on the UKOCR podcast?
Oh, now you've thrown me into this. It is Conquer Fitness. So we had a meeting with Mr. Brown, James Brown, not the James Brown, but James Brown. And yeah, we talk a bit about Conquer Fitness to let people know a little bit more about what Conquer Fitness is, what to expect. It's a bit of a cross between OCR and functional fitness. It's that gap. You know, we've got IROX at one end and we've got OCR at the other end. And it's that in between, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, particularly the single race, which I believe is one that they're looking, if you're free on the Saturday, I can't remember the date. I think it's the second to last weekend in April. But yeah, head down and do a single race. And Alan, some nutters are doing all 3 races.
That's mentally in. I think I signed you up for it, didn't I?
You probably did, yeah. More than likely.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Mr. Rigby, if you're listening to this, that's the gauntlet thrown down. Whichever race you already signed up for, sign up for the other 2.
Yeah, that is a gauntlet, that, isn't it?
It is. And if you do that, well, I probably still won't do any of the races, but I might be there.
Yeah, definitely. And finally, one little thing, watch out for a competition on awards night, which everyone can win. One of the goodies that we're taking down that will not be in the goodie bag. So we are going to give something away for our watchers and listeners on the podcast.
Fantastic. Right, Alan. And on that, I'm going to say it's a goodbye from me.
And it's a goodbye from me too, Ian. Take care, everyone. We do love you. See you soon. Bye.